Alright guys, welcome back to IT Garage, and today we're going to do a little bit of a State of the Union, I keep calling it. We're going to do like a little bit of a fleet update with the cars we got here. We're going to introduce one more that I really haven't talked about at all. We're going to talk about cars that are gone, cars that are here, cars that aren't here. We're kind of going to go with there, but we got quite a few lined up the driveway. We got a couple right here in the carport, so if you like old Fords, stay around, see what we got going on. So we're going to start at the top of the driveway. Way up here we have the Daily, which is a 92 Lincoln Town Car. This car I bought with 92,000 miles on it. It's down 108. Just freshened up the transmission in it. It's not bad. We put these Mustang wheels on here. Turns out Lincoln center caps from an MKS are also black and fit in there just nice. We've done a couple things with this car on the channel. The biggest one, my biggest video actually, is the CarPlay radio in here. It's really good, so you guys should check it out. It's got like 40,000 views or something crazy. I can't believe it. I've had no issues with it. It's great. If you want a $50 radio that has CarPlay, that's it. I updated the link in the video to have one that has a knob as opposed to just touchscreen. I suggest getting that one, but that's my 2 cents there. This thing's super cool. It doesn't have its, it's not without issues. It's got some trim missing there. This whole chunk, you really can't tell. Maybe you can. This whole chunk of clear coat's missing. So, fun stuff. But we'll go to the Meteor next. It's next down the line. This is a 63 Mercury Meteor. They did not make that many of these cars. At least there are not many left. We just put dog dish hubcaps on this car. They are Mercury dog dish hubcaps. This car needs a lot of work still, but it's got a 260 V8 in it, and it is a 3-speed on the column. This car had no floor in it when we first bought it, so we put all these floors in here. They are not done the right way, but there's floors in it. You don't fall through anymore, so you win some, you lose some, I guess. We've got these on here that we need to get the rest of them on, and we've got all sorts of different stuff. We got a fuel tank in here, a fuel cell, the cheapest one you could buy on Amazon. It was seriously $85 or so. So that's awesome. That's perfect for what we need in this thing. I just love the taillights on this car. But this car needs transmission work. It is so unhappy when it comes to the transmission. It just makes a terrible, terrible noise. And that's what's keeping me from driving it. I actually have license plates for this car. This car is everything but insured for the road. It's got good brakes. It runs good. There's little issues here and there, don't get me wrong, but it needs transmission work. I can't find anybody to do work on a manual transmission. Yeah, so the Meteor, it needs some love still. It's kind of got shelved just because I really like driving the Edsel. And I can't go to car shows and spend a little bit of money on the Edsel and find somebody to do this transmission. I have a couple leads. But nothing's come to fruition yet, obviously. I need some more YouTube money to pay for this thing, is what I'm trying to say here. But it's really, really cool. I've always wanted one of these cars. I was pumped to find this one, and I probably could have found a better one, but I don't know. You live and you learn, I guess. So this is the newest car. This is a 62 Mercury Comet. This is the first year they were made by Mercury. Before then, they were just Comets. They are cool little cars. This is a 144 6-cylinder automatic car. This is going to be Jeanette's car. Go check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. It's doing pretty well. It's exciting. It really is. This car is going to be freaking cool. It's going to look visually the same, but it's going to get lowered. It's going to get patina sauce on it. It's going to get Mexican blankets. It's going to get a sticker bombed headliner. It's going to be cool. Budget with this car. But right now, the problem with this one, and the only reason it's not like driving, is that this A-arm, the front bracket for it, you can see light through it. This car was in an accident in 2007. And based on some title searching and talking with the sheriff or the theft bureau guy, that's what he said, and everything seems to check out. Might get a salvage title back on this car. We might get a clean title because of the process. I don't know. But this car was obviously wrecked. It's got turn signals, but then the bumper also has turn signals. So that means the bumper that is with the car didn't come from the car, because there's 2 sets of turn signals. Good news is, these three cars all use this exact same turn signals. So we'll use those. Don't worry about that. That's about it on this car. I mean, we just drove it up and down here. It starts. Maybe we'll do a video real quick trying to start them all. See if they all start. Will it run? Who knows? Let's move on to the 59. So the 59 is it's the logo of the channel. First of all, this car is freaking cool. I mean, it's good. It was bought with a locked up motor. Transmission was cracked. It was basically a giant paperweight. And over the span of 2 years, we put it back together. Nothing crazy. It's got a 360 out of the truck in it. So it's still a big block. But we've gone through a couple different sets of wheels and tires in this car. We put a Mexican blanket interior in it, which is not too bad if I say so myself. You can't even see those zip ties. They're hidden. They're good. But we got our Harbor Freight cup holder in here. If you don't have one of those and you have a classic, make sure to get one of those. But just an automatic car. This one's got a headliner in it. It's really nice. But yeah, we've put like 1,500, 1,200 miles on this car. It's been pretty good. It's got an exhaust on it. We did the video on that. We did the videos on the wheels. We did the video on the gas tank. If you want to learn about this car, go see the playlist. There's plenty of videos about it. There's no shortage there. That is for sure. But I mean, it's just a 59 Edsel. You don't see them, which doesn't make it cool. Just because you don't see them, you know, rarity is not everything. It's the logo. It's cool. I don't know. Obviously, some of you guys think so too. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. So, and then the last one is the 58. Which is still covered in all sorts of stuff, because that's how this car has lived for the last 50 years. When I found it, there was stuff on it, and now there's still stuff on it. So this car was last registered in 71. It was bought in 72 by the guy I bought it from, and he never did anything with it, and there's no radiator in the car, which means that he never drove it either. I'm afraid it has a bad head gasket and it's blown up. That's my worry. It is locked up. It's locked up tight. Stay tuned. We're going to try to get this thing unfrozen here soon. I found a tool that's, I think, going to make it easy. At least easier. This is what everyone thinks of when they think of an Edsel. It's just got that much more defined front end with the grille. Whereas this one is kind of built in. It's all chromed in and kind of hidden. That one's very prominent. And it's just awesome. My dad had one when I was a kid, and not that I forgot about it, but as an adult, I came to love them again, and this one needs a lot of work, but the interior on this one is actually super nice. Those are door panels for the Meteor, but you can see the seats. They were redone at some point. Those aren't original seats, but there's a little bit of duct tape on that door, but it really isn't too bad. Now, there's some rust in this car. Don't get me wrong. That's what all this actual white, that's body filler that the paint stuck to, opposed to everywhere else. So that down there, that's all body filler. The other side is not any better. We have all the trim for the car, so it's all here. Coolest thing about this car, it's just weird enough, but not like so rare that you never see them, like I said, but this one has the all famous push button transmission in it, which is pretty cool. I want to get that to work so bad. Right away it might just get a hole in the floor so we can shift it. But eventually that push button is going to work, because that is what Edsel's known for. And that's honestly why they left such a poor taste in everybody's mouth, is because they never worked right ever. So that's why this car has a regular shifter in it. That's the word. I just want to give you guys an update on all these cars, show you what's going on. I guess now we'll kind of go through, we'll give a little sound clip of each one. I got my buddy Mike here. Oh, right. Past cars. I meant to talk about past cars. We initially started the channel with the Edsel. And then I realized I did not have enough to do on just one car for a YouTube channel. and the Edsel's really expensive, so I needed a cheap car. So I bought a Ford Courier for $1,000 and a case of beer. And that car I got really squared up. It turned out awesome. We sold it, and we bought a Buick from my buddy Mike, who's right over here. That car was also awesome. No issues with that car. Mike was a wonderful caretaker. Mike was a wonderful caretaker of that car. He brought it back from the dead.
Yeah, I did.
Without a YouTube channel.
I didn't take care of it, though.
You took care of it. It was good. You used it.
I used it.
You used it. But that car was fun. It was a 63 Buick Special with a 215
aluminum V8.
Which
It is on my arm, sorry.
yeah,
215
aluminum V8. That's dedication.
Right.
That was a little black car, a little four-door sedan, like everything around here. So be sure to go check those videos out. Those videos did not get a lot of views. But we did the same thing, kind of Mexican blanket seats. We freshened up the door panels and just got it running and driving. I probably put 3,000 miles on that car in the summer. I mean, I drove that car a lot. And it didn't get bad fuel economy. It really wasn't that bad. When you could keep your foot out of it, because it sounded cool. But yeah, those are the past cars. So be sure to go check those videos out, because that's what we're doing. We're promoting videos here. Just go watch them, please. All the cars have their own playlist. So if you're just interested in one, you could watch that playlist. The only one that doesn't have a playlist is the 58, because there's no videos on it yet. This is actually the first video where I even mention it. So stay tuned for those videos. They're coming out soon. That's going to be a lot of sweat equity, I think. You know, besides finding a motor to put in it, and a transmission, and then building a cross member, and then doing brakes for the umpteenth time, and then a fuel tank, and then a push button shifter, cutting a hole in the floor to make it work. But anyways, let's go ahead and get some clips of these cars running for you guys. Get a little sound clip. Tell me which one's your favorite. Do that. Leave a comment, please. It'll help this video out a whole bunch. So the Meteor, I forgot. The key does not work. Let me get the keys in here. I'll show you what's going on. Twist it. There's nothing. Yeah. Oh, without put the smoke. Now we get to steal the battery and put it in the Comet. But first what we'll do is we'll get the Lincoln.
You ever heard of a rev limiter?
Yeah.
You gotta hit that, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weak. Mike, we live in town, and all the neighbors are out. So, yeah, we're a battery short around here. Technically, we're 2 batteries short, because there's 2 cars that don't have batteries. It's just that one of them doesn't run at all. It doesn't need it. So we gotta move this battery in the other car. We'll see you in a minute. All right, so this one, we're not going to stand by the back because the exhaust ends right here. So I'm going to leave Mike up here, and we'll give this thing a few revs. Probably.
Sticky throttle.
This thing had a dome light, it would light up. Like, it's so good.
It's certainly road ready.
She's mint. That's the end of the video.
We get a copyright claim.